Good morning. It has been quite a while since I have done one of these updates, but hopefully I am going to be back on track. I know that I did say that in the last video that I did, but yeah, lots of stuff has happened that I probably won't even cover because it's just been a lot of stuff and it hasn't really been of much importance. Just busy, just life has got in the way. But one update that I can tell you is that Ava, my almost 3-year-old, so she'll be 3 in November. Here they come now. Anyway, she started kindy a couple of weeks ago, just for 2 days a week. So I will now be able to have 2 days a week on my own.
What are you talking to? So I'm going to my Nana Darlings and that next school holiday.
You are going to Nana Darling.
I'll do it.
So Max is.
And
Yes, careful.
Nana Darlings was this or it is. In the holidays, I'll turn 4 after holidays at Kindy.
Yes.
After holidays, I will be shopping day.
Oh my gosh. Alright, so Max is still in his pyjamas, even though it is
And I still in because
11:30
I'm still in
morning because
because
he doesn't want to get changed. He also has white stickers on him.
yes, so I could get wipes out every day because when I'm 4 I can get them out every day. If I have another one of these t-shirts with another one of these 2 stickers on them.
Alright. We might all sound a little bit
And I will be killing them something that.
yeah, we might all sound a little bit blocked up because we are just on the tail ends of cold.
And go to Cobb & Co to have my dinner and the cake and the lunch. And it's morning time. We didn't have kibble tea. And
Oh my gosh, you guys.
whoa. At Kindy,
You're a mess.
I will get wet when I turn 4. I'll get nothing but
Ava.
surprises and presents. Stop it, Mum. And when I turn 5,
Dude, you're not turning 5 for a long time. You're not even 4 yet. You will be 4 in 3 weeks' time after the school holiday.
and
No.
one more time, and both space, this series go to market.
What? Whoa. Sorry about that. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so Ava started kindy a couple of weeks ago. She goes on a Thursday and a Friday now. And that gives me 2 days a week that I am child free. And I know it's not going to last long because I'm going to have another baby soon. But oh my god. Do you know how nice it is to be child free? I am never ever child free. Like it just doesn't happen. And the very first day that she was at kindy, I actually spent the day at playgroup, which is what I usually do with Ava on a Thursday. I just didn't know what to do with myself, and I didn't want to come home because I knew that if I came home I would literally be doing what I do every day, which is do the washing, clean up all the kids' toys. At least I wouldn't have anyone messing it back up. But it was a really nice day and I was like, no, I don't even want to go home. So I went to playgroup and I had coffee and I ate a donut and I had some cookies, and then I helped clean up afterwards. I didn't have to look after any kids or anything like that. So even though I went to playgroup, which has a lot of kids there, none of the kids were mine, so I wasn't responsible for anyone. and it was actually really nice just to catch up with some of the other mums that go there and not have to have an eye out for my child. It is the first time that I have had this child free time since I had Max, basically. This is a pregnancy update vlog. I do have a few upcoming that I have planned that now that I have time to myself, even though, funny enough, I'm doing it on a day that I literally have both kids home, and that only happens once a week apart from weekends. So I don't even know why I'm doing this today, but I'm doing this today. I had a shower. I've been feeling good. We've all had colds for the past nearly a week, and we are just on the tail end of them now. So if I sound a little bit blocked up, that's probably just why. But it is the first time in a while that I have had a shower. My hair is still wet, but I've got myself dressed and have felt pretty good. So I thought I'm going to do this today, because tomorrow, even though if the kids are well, I'll be sending them both to kindy because it's Ava's kindy day, I have quite a few things on tomorrow, so I will be doing that. Anyway, so I am 29 weeks pregnant now. Like I said, it has been a while since I did one of these updates. Baby is currently the size of a pineapple, and a big pineapple at that, because this baby is tracking big. I got a blood test done at 28 weeks. No. Was it 28 weeks? Can't have been last week. Oh no, it was the week before. So I'm 30 weeks tomorrow, so that's where I'm getting a bit confused. The day I turned 28 weeks, which was almost 2 weeks ago, I got... Oh, you got dressed. That's cool.
And I pulled up them like this.
Oh, okay, because they're a bit big for you, eh?
Yeah.
Did you go on the too big for you pile?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can I be in here with you now, Mel?
Yep, okay.
And look.
Oh, no, you shouldn't put those on your fingers, just in case it cuts off blood circulation.
Oh, get it off.
Okay, you get it off. I had a blood test a couple of weeks ago. I declined to do the glucose test to check for gestational diabetes, which I didn't actually know you could decline that test, but you can, and I did. I already know that I have and will be having another big baby, because I have had big babies in the past. And you know, I've never had gestational diabetes. They, you know, were concerned obviously with Max, but I didn't have it. And then again with Ava, Ava was actually born completely off the scales. Like, she was like over the 100th centile when she was born for her gestation, because she wasn't as big as Max born. She was 9.5 pounds, but she was 2 weeks early, and for that gestation that they were like, whoa, this is like huge baby. They asked me if I wanted to get her blood sugar levels checked, which would have required her to have blood tests like every 4 to 6 hours for 24 hours when she was like just fresh out of the womb. And I basically said no, I didn't want them to do that to her. Like, I didn't have gestational diabetes. There was nothing to worry about. And obviously she's perfectly fine now. I declined the test again, to do the test again, because I did the long ones both times, and yeah, passed with flying colours. So I just... Yeah. Okay. It's just my maternity notes. I thought I'd go through them. I got blood tests done anyway. I had to check my ferritin levels, my iron levels, and my midwife did actually get... she got them to check my HbA1cs, which is basically the diabetes marker test. So it's not the actual glucose test, but she was saying that if levels are 40 or over, then it could, point towards gestational diabetes, possibly. Otherwise, your blood sugar levels are just really high at that time. But my levels were 29, and she told me that was actually very, very good, and that she has absolutely no concerns about gestational diabetes, and she will...
Later, when I turn 5.
You're not going to be 5 for ages, dude.
No, I was just going to tell when
Anyway, she said that when I have to pee on the stick, basically every time I go for an appointment, which is fortnightly now, she is checking my, the levels when I pee on the stick. She said basically if I were to have gestational diabetes, there would basically be sugar sprinkled all over this test, and I've been completely clear. My blood pressure levels and everything is perfect. But ferritin levels, which is my iron levels, they have declined significantly. Obviously they do decline during pregnancy. So when you get your first blood tests, when you pretty much first find out that you're pregnant, they will check your ferritin levels.
I'm signing this pillow.
Alright. They check your ferritin levels at the start of your pregnancy, knowing that they will deplete over time. Sorry. My ferritin levels at 8 weeks pregnant were 140, so they should technically be between 20 and 170. Anything below 20 is basically classed as iron deficient or anemic. Yes, so basically my iron levels have gone from 140 to 12, and I am now very much iron deficient. So I was taking iodine throughout my whole pregnancy, but now I am taking a much stronger iron supplement, and also I have to take stool softeners to balance that out. What are you doing to your eye, dude?
It's just hurting from the scratching.
Just be careful when you scratch it. I have to take those for a month, and if my levels have not gone up, I am going to have an iron infusion, which I did have to have an iron infusion with Ava. But with her, they basically got me to do the iron infusion as soon as they found out that I had super low levels with her. But this time around, they've actually got really strict about the iron transfusion. Yes, so I had an iron infusion with Ava, and I got it pretty much as soon as they realised that my levels were quite low. But now they are getting a lot stricter with iron infusions. They don't like to just give them out straight away. I don't know why he's calling out to his dad. His dad is away. Now we have a crying boy because he wants a cuddle with his dad. But his dad is away. Hey, daddy's away, dude. It's okay. He is the biggest daddy's boy currently. Hey. Pretty much since I got pregnant. Ava has been super clingy to me, and he has been super clingy to his daddy. Daddy is away for work at the moment, so he's been going away quite a lot, buddy? But when he's home, you guys spend lots of time together, don't you?
I do. We play some PlayStation.
And you do play PlayStation. Hey, he will be home soon, okay? Alright. Yeah, so that's currently happening. My fundal height is actually measuring on track, which is super surprising because it hasn't really been on track for my previous pregnancies. I've got my maternity notes here from when I was pregnant with Ava, and for basically this stage of my pregnancy with her, I was measuring 32 weeks. You're right. I was measuring 32 weeks by the stage, which is still within normal range. Like, they don't get too worried if it's a couple of weeks out either side. But for the past couple of times that I have gone to see my midwife, I have been measuring exactly what I am. So at my 29-week appointment that I had, I was measuring 29 weeks. Even though the baby at the last ultrasound that I had, which was at 20 weeks, so I haven't had another one since 20 weeks, baby was measuring on the 98th centile. So that's why I am pretty sure that it's going to be another big baby, and I just have big babies. But I do have a growth scan booked for tomorrow, which, as I was saying earlier, I had things that I had to do tomorrow. One of them is a growth scan. I will probably make a whole new vlog for the growth scan and the results of that, purely because this update has gone on longer than I had initially planned it to, and yeah, I don't want to make my videos too long, otherwise, you know, no one wants to sit there for ages. But that is pretty much it, I think. That's my pregnancy update. This is my 29-week update, even though I'm going to be 30 weeks tomorrow. But I will save my 30-week update until probably next week, at the start of next week, because I have my growth scan tomorrow, which I will be 38 weeks, or 30 weeks, sorry. And then on Monday, so today is, yes, buddy?
Remember when you were doing that when we were picking my bag so I could go with today to the airport to pick up Granddad?
Yeah, that was like last December. How do you remember that?
Because you told me.
Because I told you. That was literally like, it's the 25th of September, and he remembered a video that we did on here back in December. You would have been an elephant. This kid, honestly, he remembers everything. You tell him that you'll give him something, and then like a week later, he's like, so where is it? Hey, you just remember everything. Nothing, you can't get anything past him. Anyway, on Monday, today's Wednesday, on Monday I have my 30-week midwife appointment. Usually it happens on the day that I turn that week. That's how it's just worked out, because I changed to a different week on a Thursday, and my midwife does clinics on Thursdays, so we do try and book for Thursdays. But because we are going away next week, I was going to be having my appointment tomorrow. No, I was going to not have a 30-week appointment. I was going to just go ahead and have a 31-week appointment next Thursday when I will be 31. But because we're going away, I'm going to just have an earlier one on the Monday, and then we can go over the results of the scan. So that's happening Monday next week. Then Tuesday we are going away.
Yeah, and excuse me, right?
Yes.
Remember we went in Rotorua?
We did go to Rotorua. That was a couple of months ago. We went to Rotorua. Yeah, Mum I had to get I had a gynecology appointment, basically. One of the many things that has been happening that has been very stressful is I've had 3 abnormal pap smears, and I was on a waiting list to see a gynecologist to get more tests done. But then that was before I found out I was pregnant. Got the call that I had to go there. I think I was 24 weeks pregnant when I had to go. And yeah, obviously they couldn't do anything because I was pregnant, but they did have a look, and so I had to go to Rotorua for that, which is the city closest to us, which is about an hour away. And we had to go there, and the kids came so that we could go to a big playground, didn't you?
And you know what?
What?
And I'll turn 4.
Yes, you're going to turn 4. So I should probably sign off now because these kids are going to just... This little girl is, I don't know, she's in a crazy mood. She's still got milk from her breakfast all over her face. You are a mess. You are a mess. Max has just got dressed, so... But he's just repeating himself about his birthday.
I've got my blue socks on.
Yep, those are great socks, buddy.
Yeah.
You're going to get yourself
And
stuck.
a bit older, Mum. I know what. You're
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, so anyway, I will update, I don't know when, if it will be tomorrow or in a couple of days, about my scan and my midwife appointment. And you will be seeing more of us and these rat bags as well in the next few videos, especially if we do some filming while we are away.
And this combo.
And then I'm going to have another one. I'm going to add another one to this dysfunctional madness. Love you guys.
Love you, Mum.
Love you, Ava.
Love you, Mum.
Alright, and I will see you in the next one.